Hello student, welcome to next lecture for field theory. We will see the finite fields. The fields that have finite number of elements are called as finite fields. For example, ZP, where P is a prime, set of all residue classes modulo P is a field with P elements. Hence, this is a finite field. We know the characteristic of this field. Characteristic of this field is P, where P is a prime number. Now we see the prime fields. Prime field the fields that have no proper subfield. Called as prime fields. For example, we have two prime fields. One is the field of rational numbers and other is field of finite field with P elements, ZP. Q is prime field. Also ZP, where P is prime, is a prime field. We have the extension of Q, say R, field of real numbers. Why this extension exists? This is not the algebraic extension of Q, but this is the field extension of Q, since the polynomial of the type x square minus 2 belongs to Qx and it does not have root in Q. Hence we find the extension of Q in which root of this polynomial belongs to. The smallest extension of Q is suppose Q root 2, in which the polynomial has root. Then Q root 2 is also extension of Q. Hence, the field Q root 2 has a prime subfield Q. Q considered as prime subfield of Q root 2 because Q will not have a proper subfield again. There does not exist proper subfield of Q, but Q is subfield of Q root 2. Also, Q is subfield of real numbers. Hence, field of real numbers has prime subfield as Q. Field of real numbers has prime subfield Q. Because both the fields, field of real numbers, also field of rational numbers, has characteristic 0. We define the prime subfield of a given field by considering its characteristic. The field of real numbers has characteristic 0. The proper subfield of R is Q. And this Q is the subfield of R which does not have again proper subfield. Hence, Q is called as prime subfield of R. In general, we say that Q is the prime field because it has many extensions and that extensions have prime subfield as a Q which have characteristic 0. Also, ZP is a prime field because it has no proper subfield again. We prove one theorem. The prime field of a field F is either isomorphic to Q or to ZP, where P is a prime. Proof. We have to prove that a prime field of a field here, we consider this as prime subfield. The subfield which is prime field is called as prime subfield, or we only say prime field of a field F is either isomorphic to Q or isomorphic to ZP, where P is a prime number. Define a mapping F from Z to F, where F is the given field and Z is set of integers, ring of integers. Define this mapping by f of n is equal to n into E, where E is unity in F. As F is a field, then E is non-zero, hence we consider E as a 1. E is non-zero and it is unity in F because F is a field, hence E should not be equal to 0. Then this mapping is homomorphism. If we consider f of m into n is equal to, we get m into n into E. Because E is unity, we write this as m into E, n into E, which is equal to f of m into f of n. Hence, f is homomorphism. Next, we find the kernel of f. We know the result. If kernel of f is 0, then f is a 1-1 mapping. Case 1. If kernel of f is equal to 0. What is this kernel of f? Is equal to set of all n belongs to Z, where because f is a mapping from Z to f, hence this set contains n belongs to Z, where f of n is equal to 0. This is equal to n belongs to Z, where n into E is equal to 0, which is equal to n belongs to Z. We have E is a unity in the field F, hence E is not equal to 0, hence we consider n is equal to 0. Therefore, we get n belongs to Z, where n is equal to 0, which is the singleton set 0. If kernel of F is equal to 0, then this mapping F is 1-1 mapping. Therefore, F is 1-1 mapping. In previous step, we proved that F is homomorphism, hence F is 1-1 homomorphism. That is, F is an embedding. We can extend this embedding from F to F star. Let F star be an extension of F from Q to F. That is, F star is defined from field of rational numbers to the field F, defined by F star of m upon n is equal to m into E upon n into E. Then we say that Q embeds in F. Hence, Q embeds in F. That is, the prime field of field F is isomorphic to Q. That is, a prime field of F is isomorphic to F. Q. In second case, we consider kernel of F is non-zero. Then we will prove that prime field of F is isomorphic to ZP. In first case, this prime field of F is isomorphic to Q. In second case, we prove that prime field of F is isomorphic to ZP. Case 2. If kernel F is not equal to 0, we know that Z is a principal ideal domain, hence every ideal in Z is a principal ideal. if M belongs to Z, then the ideal generated by N is the principal ideal. Kernel F is also an ideal. Therefore, kernel F is in the form of some principal ideal. Therefore, we take kernel F is the ideal generated by M, where M is the positive integer. Therefore, by fundamental theorem of homomorphism of rings, we get Z upon ideal generated by M is isomorphic to image F, but image F is a subfield of F. But image of F is subring of field F. Hence, Z by M, Z upon ideal generated by M, we can write this as Zm is isomorphic to subring of F. In Zm, there are no proper divisors of 0. Since the ideal generated by M is a principal ideal, hence in Zm there are no proper divisors of 0. What are divisors of 0? If A into B is congruent to 0 modulo N, then we say that A and B are divisors of 0 modulo N. Hence, there are no proper divisors of M. That is, M is a prime number. Hence, M is equal to P, where P is prime. Therefore, by this fundamental theorem of homomorphism of ring, we get, therefore, Z upon ideal generated by P is isomorphic to image of F. That image of F is subring of F. Hence, we get prime field of a field is isomorphic to ZP. Hence, the prime field of a field is isomorphic to ZP. In any case, if kernel F is equal to 0, then the prime field of F is isomorphic to Q. If kernel F is not equal to 0, then prime field of field F is isomorphic to ZP. To the next theorem, let F be a finite field. Then first, the characteristic of F is prime number P and F contains a subfield Fp isomorphic to Zp. Second, the number of elements of F is P raised to n for some positive integer n. In previous theorem, we proved that the prime field is either isomorphic to Q or isomorphic to Zp. In the second case, we proved that prime field of a field is isomorphic to Zp. Hence, the first part is proved by using the previous theorem. The characteristic of F is prime number P and F contains a subfield Fp isomorphic to Zp. Next, we prove the second one. Consider extension F of the field Fp. Fp is the field with finite elements, P elements, and F is its extension with the degree of extension of F over Fp is equal to n. Suppose this degree of extension is n, then F can be considered as vector space over Fp. Then F is considered as a vector space over Fp. As this degree of extension is n, there exist n number of basis elements. The set E1, E2 up to En be basis for F over Fp. Then any element, suppose the element is alpha belongs to F is written as, then alpha is written as linear combination of these elements because this is the basis for F over Fp. Alpha equal to B1 E1 plus B2 E2 plus Bn En. Where this Bi belongs to? Where Bi belongs to Fp. What is Fp? Fp is a finite field with P elements. Hence, each Bi has P choices. Because Bi belongs to Fp, each Bi has P choices for 1 less equal I less equal n. Hence, we get this alpha as P raised to n because each Bi has P choices and there are n number of basis elements. We are considering the linear combination of n terms B1 E1 plus B2 E2 plus Bn En, and B1, B2 up to Bn all have P choices. Hence we get P raised to n elements in field F. Hence, there exists P raised to n such alpha. Hence, field F contains p raised to n elements. Means F is a finite field, then we consider the number of elements of the field F, not only the p elements, but we can also consider that number of elements as p raised to n, where n is some positive integer. Thank you, student.